Google's Pixel 4a is finally here, and although it has arrived a few months behind its rumored schedule, many are eager to buy one during these trying times. Last year's formula was quite successful that Google didn't need to change it up too much. In fact, it lowered the price and doubled the storage. The 4a gets a modest performance boost with a Snapdragon 730 chipset, 2 additional GB of RAM and updated UFS 2.1 storage speeds. A slight boost in battery capacity is seen as well, and the display size was stretched out to cover more surface area, and there's a punch hole selfie camera cut out of the screen as well. The backside and the frame are both made of plastic, but the display glass is now made of Gorilla Glass 3. In addition, the camera, while otherwise identical in hardware, gets a slightly brighter f1.7 aperture lens. We are expecting to see the camera performance comparable to what we saw on the Pixel 3a last year, which was wonderful to say the least. Despite the taller screen, Google managed to shrink the footprint of the 4a in both height and width. This is the first Google Pixel phone to feature a punch hole cutout for the selfie camera. The OnePlus Nord is a new budget offering from OnePlus, which manages to deliver a similar Android experience as the OnePlus 8, but at a more affordable price. OnePlus has kept all the staples such as AMOLED display, warp charge fast charging and a big battery in the Nord. However, it has made some cuts when it comes to the SoC and the build quality. The OnePlus Nord still has a glass on the back, but instead of a metal frame, it's plastic. The SoC used is Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G and not an 800 series chip as we were used to seeing. However, the Nord does support 5G, which is a cool bonus. As an overall package, it's really hard to find the fault in OnePlus Nord. App and gaming performance is good. It captures good photos and videos in daylight, and the display supports HDR10+. Low light image quality suffers a bit, but that's pretty much this phone's only major weakness. Battery life is very good and a single speaker gets decently loud. One impressive feature of the OnePlus Nord is its ability to shoot selfie videos at 4K 60fps, which is something even the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 8 Pro can't do. Like its predecessor, the iPhone SE's release puts Apple's latest processor inside the chassis of the company's cheapest phone, giving buyers who want a powerful future-proof handset an option for quite a bit less than the $1,000 cost that has become common for flagship phones. The iPhone SE has a 4.7-inch IPS LCD screen with a resolution of 1334:750 pixels at 326 ppi. The resolution is nothing to write home about, but this display is well calibrated and it has an impressive 1400:1 contrast ratio and 625 maximum nits of brightness. Apple has equipped this phone with the A13 system on a chip, which includes a CPU, GPU, machine learning processor, image signal processor and more. You will find a 12 megapixel f1.8 aperture camera with a wide angle lens on the back of the phone. The front camera offers 7 megapixels and a f2.2 aperture, and it can take 1080p video at 30 frames per second. Arriving late but beating the competition in terms of price, the Motorola One Fusion Plus is one of the most powerful budget smartphones you can buy right now. Thanks to the Snapdragon 730G, the Moto One Fusion Plus is able to deliver smooth frame rates while gaming and also bring in some Snapdragon Elite gaming features found in flagship phones. It also rocks a 64 megapixel quad camera setup where the low light photos come out quite well thanks to the proprietary algorithms. While it doesn't have a high refresh rate display, Moto compensates by a 6.5-inch HDR10 display that has no interruptions thanks to a pop-up selfie camera with a stock Android 10 interface and the promise of at least 2 major Android updates. The One Fusion Plus is one for those looking for a powerful smartphone with a clean, easy-to-use interface. The Samsung Galaxy M31 is for those looking for a 2-day long battery life. With a 6000 mAh battery inside, the Galaxy M31 offers the longest battery life in this segment. It's powered by an efficient Exynos 9611 SoC and rocks a bright and compact AMOLED display with a 32 megapixel front camera drilled into the display. It's also the first M series smartphone to come with a 64 megapixel quad camera setup, with Samsung offering another 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor, a 5 megapixel macro sensor and another 5 megapixel depth sensor.